So the last thing that we want to talk about is I'm going to refer to Jonathan on this because this is something that a lot of times gets overlooked, but it's very important for us to see the performance of our kiosk. And that really goes for anything that we do in our center, be it a new marketing promotion or whatever. We need to be monitoring the results of that. And so, Jonathan, the kiosk is no different, right?
Exactly. Yes. Kiosk, you want to measure it up against your full terminals to see how your kiosk's results are within the center. It's actually a critical part of your day-to-day operations. It helps you make determinations on what is being sold, what isn't, gives you insights to who's utilizing the kiosk versus who's going to the front desk still. So, there's a lot of reasons why, you really want to kind of monitor how your kiosk is doing in the mix of things. So how do we do that? Easiest way, Q Portal. You get your live data. As you can see right here, our live data stacks up on the left-hand side. You can see the kiosk is the second sector shown there by the green bar graph on the left-hand side. So you can see people are still going to the front desk a little more than the kiosk there. And then if we drill down over to get more details on the right-hand side, you can kind of see how it stacks up against your bowling sector, which is your front desk sector, your queue pads, and your web. You can see down here that the kiosk has done about $3,700 worth of revenue for that time period. And you can actually drill down into those different areas underneath kiosk to see what's being sold via bowling in the kiosk, what's being sold in your point of sale. For specific shift data, you can pull that shift report. When you go close out that shift from the shifts, or later you can go back to back office shift management, you can pull individual shifts that were done on the kiosk just as you pull your normal shifts. So you can do it by main department, sub departments, even all the way down to price keys and price keys by value, so you can see exactly what's being sold. And then obviously for a range of data, you would go to the historical report in Concur. The historical report can give you a range of data just like the Q Portal, and it's also customized by sector. So if you just wanted to pull the kiosk sector and see what the kiosk was doing, you could see that as well. Before I continue, it looks like Matt had a question he dropped in there. Whoever is using a kiosk, are you charging a booking fee? What have you found to be the best practices for that? So that's a great question, Matt. So anyone out there with kiosks, are you guys currently charging a booking fee on your kiosk? And what are the best practices associated with that?
Jonathan, I currently am actually. I basically am using the same web booking offers as I am, outside the center, in the center. And I'm still waiting for someone to say something. And it has not happened yet. I mean, I'm giggling about it because I'm thinking, well, in reality, you could just walk over to the desk, we could probably do the same thing. We wouldn't charge you the booking fee. But no, it has not come up yet. So I'm waiting for that shoe to fall, but it has not happened.
So you're just using your web booking, your same web web offers. So whatever you charge on the web as a booking fee is coming in-house. And right now, so far, nobody's said
Correct.
anything. Either nobody's caught it or they're just not saying anything because, again, kiosk is a convenience. It's a way to get in there and get going. So it's a convenience.
Yeah, I train a lot of centers, and it's kind of either 50-50 and kind of what the owner feels, but most people don't say anything because they don't really realize it's there. And it's a convenience fee. So, I mean, if you can get away with it, go with it.
Exactly. And looks like Terry from Royal Family says they're charging a $3 fee. So again, lots of good practices there with that. Another question came in from Craig out at Wild Island Coconut Bowl. Question about shoes. Also, can you talk about how Square will work in the Concur space, or will we choose one or the other? Right now, it is on the roadmap that Square and Concur will be able to be worked in the future in a mixed environment. So you can use a combination of Square. You will be able to use a combination of Square and Concur workstations within your center, as well as Square terminals for payments even on the kiosk. Still kind of in development on that, so we don't really have too much information. All we can say there is just stay tuned. It's coming pretty quickly. And then Craig, what was your question about shoes that we could answer for you?
Yeah, thanks for answering my question about the square thing. It seems to be a little bit vague right now, but I appreciate that. That kind of helps.
And we'll continue as we get more information. We'll be releasing that, Craig. So just like I said, stay tuned. Definitely reach out to your salesman with questions and the product specialist, because we'll definitely be feeding information as soon as we have more on that to them, so that they can get that to you as quick as possible.
Yep, appreciate that. Yeah, in regards to shoes, you guys mentioned a shoe lane or have somebody at the desk handing out shoes, or you mentioned shoe buddies, which I'm not a fan of. I mean, we use them for bigger groups, but I want that shoe revenue. However, will there ever be an option for guests to enter their shoe sizes, ball ramps, light balls, things like that at the kiosk or on their online reservation? Because what we're seeing, the feedback we're getting from guests, is why some of the struggles we've been having with the kiosks is that people come to the kiosk, then they have to go to the desk, then they go to the lane, and that just doesn't seem to be the best guest experience for our guests. So is there ever going to be an option for that?
Absolutely. And you must be reading our minds here. Hang tight. We're going to get some new features coming soon at the end. Dottie and Rosa are going to talk about some of those, and one of those is a brand new shoe journey. So hang tight with us for about another 10 or 15 minutes, and we will be able to answer that for you, Craig.
Okay, thanks.
And Matt, hang tight on that question. He said, can the shoe sizes be printed at the printer at the front desk? Hang tight on that, because we're going to answer. I think we'll be able to answer both of those for you here in just a few minutes with the upcoming features that we have coming out. So getting back to monitoring kiosk usage, great questions there. How often, you want to look at this monthly. You want to look at it monthly, just like you look at like Dottie said, any of your promotions you're running, anything in the building that you're running, especially when it impacts when it has financial implications. You want to look at that monthly. We found centers that looked at that and have actually moved their kiosks, to different areas of the building just to test and see what it would do for them. And we've seen great results there. So, you want to kind of look and see how your kiosk numbers stack up against your regular numbers, and then kind of understand what that looks like. Sometimes it even involves actually sitting out there on your concourse and just kind of watching the traffic and seeing how the traffic is. I had one center have somebody come off the front desk and actually kind of direct people to the kiosk and helped kind of answer their questions. So kind of became that kiosk ambassador. And then it kind of just, after they did that for a while, it kind of made that flow seem to happen more naturally. So, seeing things like that, when is it used most during the day? What's being sold on it? Do I need to change up my mix because maybe I only have a limited menu on there? All those are things you should be looking for with the performance of your kiosk.
So Jonathan, one of the things that I want to mention is, sometimes looking at these numbers are great. Numbers don't lie, right?